Welcome to the Grind Podcast. I'm your host, Brody, with Roger and Austin, which is big timer again.
Oh
Sheesh.
shit! I didn't switch.
Sheesh, he
I didn't
didn't
switch. I
switch.
didn't switch.
Cut it. Just
I
gotta
didn't
cut
switch.
that. You gotta start that.
Ah, 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 ah.
Not Big T.
Not Big T again, bro. Having technical difficulties.
She's
You
not
gotta
on
hurry up,
stream.
bro. You got 10
Bro,
seconds. 10,
I didn't say
9,
was. I
8,
didn't say was. I
7,
didn't say was.
6,
Hang on, we'll get the rewind. We'll get
5,
the rewind.
4,
Bro, change this person. We gotta keep the
Yo,
tradition.
3,
chill.
2,
You're giving this full anxiety right now. Man. Keep the timer
1.
down.
Damn, he's still big timer. Yo, let's take a bet. Who he's gonna pick? Let's take a bet. Who he's gonna pick, Roger? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got?
Yeah, Killer, bro.
Killer Sloth. I'm going with.
You're not gonna guess it. You're not gonna guess it.
I'm going with
That's
Ricky. I'm going with Ricky.
That's a good ass guess. That's a good ass guess. No cap. That's a good ass guess. But hold on.
It's gonna be Neslo.
That's also a good guess. Didn't I already do Neslo?
You might have done Neslo already.
Shut up, you fan.
Yeah, I've already done Neslo.
Looney.
Yes, sir.
Look, Looney.
The Dan the man.
All right. Well, with my other host, Looney. Yeah. So
Wait, you better start it over.
No, we're not starting over. We're rolling with it.
Hey, you think
Hell
he's
no.
gonna edit?
You think I'm gonna do that shit, bro?
This doesn't edit.
This man's on his phone while we're recording the podcast. Like, fool.
I'm out here playing iMessage games.
That's
Kinda
wild. That's wild.
All right.
All right, boys. How do we do? We know Roger's down bad. Brody
down
went
exponentially.
4-0.
I went 4-0.
Again.
Can't
I
bet against the breach.
I haven't gone under 500 yet this season. Neither has Brody. Roger.
It's rough.
But yeah, I
He's got
think
too much
we're gonna
loyalty
switch
to
up.
Temp, bro. To Temp
What
and
does that even mean?
Lassine, bro.
Under 500, that means you're losing money if you're betting.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck does that even mean? Just say I'm losing. I'm down. Like,
you suck.
what's it called? Yes, I'm down. But no, I still believe in Donnie Temp. I believe in Donnie Temp. I just don't believe in the people around him performing until they can perform at that
What are you talking about, bro?
consistent level.
Jimbo,
We'll go ahead and talk about
Jimbo
that.
the best.
Are we gonna go ahead and talk about that now?
I mean,
First
we can
off,
dive into it.
Jimbo technically has has come to show that on the leaderboard he's the number one.
He's literally
player.
the number one grinder, bro.
But number one grinder, but just goes to show that it don't translate all the time. I'm really hoping Jimbo can pick it up because look, this Paris team, we'll talk about it. You know, they got only one match this week coming up and against the Ultra, so it's gonna be a grueler, I'm sure. But honestly, it's a struggling Ultra. It's an Ultra that's honestly not looking
Ultra
like any Ultra you've ever seen.
Who cannot win a fucking hard point?
Bro, yeah. You know, they're struggling and I don't know, something's up in that camp that I don't really know, but at the same time, Paris. So I'm sure Paris will still lose that, but we need to see a bounce back series, hopefully from Jimbo, and just see some more consistency. Thank you for making us go death with that cough, by the way.
All right, I want to propose a new format to the pod, live. Okay, live, Cotton 4K. So let's glaze over these matches because I don't want to waste too much time. Because me personally, didn't even watch too much because I was busy. But did anything stick out for you guys this weekend? Any surprises? Any?
Only thing I'll
key
say
points?
is I got into a Twitter argument about this, but Boston Breach is a
I saw
top 4
that.
team for me right now.
That's cap. All right, Roger.
Okay, actually, because we were talking about this and you told me to save it for the podcast. I don't understand how you don't rank Boston top 4.
I'll give him top 5.
Top 4. Top 4.
Like I said, I'll give him top 5.
I would say coming into this major 2, heading into major 2, I would definitely classify, in my personal opinion, Breach as a top 4 team. You know, we look at the standings, and not only are they top 4 in the standings, but they're actually number 1 at this major and overall. They're tied with Optic and overall, like in this major's qualifier. And my thing is like, you just see these players on this team that they're starting to honestly fry and hopefully start frying consistency. I mean, we're seeing what these guys are doing. Nero, he had he went on a 13 streak, I think. 13 he
Vutu
was
with a
13-1 on Gavutu, bro. We're seeing these TJ starting to get a little back to form. Capsule, is always been forming honestly, and Zinni with the winnies, bro. You know what I'm saying? He proved to Ultra that with that 3-2 victory on, that he's back for blood. And like I said, we're seeing improvement, and that's I think the best thing heading into Major 2, and why I think I gotta agree with Brody is that Major 1 I wouldn't have. I mean, leading into Major 1, we didn't think they were a top
Major
4
1,
team,
I
but
had them at top 6. But
yeah.
like
But
literally,
now
like you said,
with the improvement, it's
the
improvement.
two young guns on the team like are starting to like adapt to the pro league because my boy Zinni's
And
teaching them,
TJ, and
and
TJ's
TJ's coming
honestly,
back
I
to
gotta give
like
it to TJ.
yeah, he's stepping it up. Like he needed to step it up, and like the problem with Nero was that he wasn't like slowing down his gunfights. Like he was just running. Like he was like accumulating so many death. Like I think he had the death record on a couple maps. He was kind of just running at people. But like he slowed it down, and like you can just see like the difference in his gameplay now, bro. Like he's unkillable.
And I mean, you gotta love to see it too. I mean, so I mean, I would have to agree with that take from Brody. I would have to say that they've definitely made their way into a top 4 team. The only people who can contend them for a top 4 spot, and honestly, they can't even contend them anymore, would have been like Thieves or Ultra. But both those teams, and we'll talk about it here, I'm sure.
Ravens in your
Have just
top
been
3,
going
right,
through.
Brody?
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm. But what's it called? Yeah, those teams, Thieves and Ultra, they're going through something themselves, which I'm sure we'll talk about it. We'll break down. Well,
So
actually, that's the one thing I will say. Oh, go ahead.
well, keep going, because I was gonna move topics.
Well,
Oh, well,
I
no, I
actually
was
want
gonna
to hear
say,
your top 4.
My top 4.
Yeah.
yeah, if
You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it. So we all have the same top 3: Optic Phase, London. I still have Thieves up there.
what?
I still have
What?
bro. They can have an off week, bro.
An
They
off
can.
week?
No, it
They
hasn't been
can
an
have
off
an
week.
off
It's been
week.
off like 2
They are
months, 2.5
they
months.
are statistically one of the worst teams in S&D. Okay.
All right,
It's an off.
we'll
It's
see
an off.
come this major. We'll see come this major, bro.
They're
come
what?
this
They're,
major.
are they
It's
0-3 or 0-2?
We'll see come this major. They're land performers. That's all I know.
Oh, they're
land
not.
performers.
Dude, that's
I don't know,
such
man.
a fugazi take.
Yeah, I can't agree with that take. I mean, we'll talk about it. Well, actually,
I
we'll talk
feel
about it right
like
now. because-
Boston just caught lightning in a bottle and they're running with it right now. I don't think that makes them.
Boston was a solid
know,
team coming from Major 1 when they
I
had
don't
like
think
a
they're a
plenty.
solid team.
What?
Yeah, my thing is that how do you know? But my thing is, what makes you think they're not a solid team though?
They just don't look like it. I think they're catching lucky breaks.
Oh no, but that's my thing is what makes them not look like it. You have to like back that up with something like a statistic or something they're not doing right on the map. Because other than that, you're just basically saying fugazi.
They're just. I watch them and
They're-
TJ he'll clutch and he'll like if TJ's not on the map there, if he catches one more bullet, he's dead. They lose. Shit like that happens all the time. I don't have a specific example,
Hold
but
on.
I noticed that they
No,
were
I think
catching
that's
lucky
just
breaks with
fugazi.
like
That's
This
someone
is
fugazi.
such.
catching
You're talking about the Bocage map, and it was literally one map. Take a look at what happened in the Gavutu hardpoint. Against, I would say Ultra's a top 5 team for me. Against a top 5 team, it was 135-0 on Gavutu. It's a big map. It's easy to rotate and catch some points or catch some
but
some hill time that people left it. They are not. I really don't
They're-
think Ultra is a bad team.
See, that's my thing, Austin. Is
I
that
think the
you're
new
kinda
New
not
York is
making
better than
sense right
Ultra.
now.
I think the new New York's better than Ultra.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing, Austin. You're kind of contradicting yourself because Ultra is technically, statistically a better team than LA Thieves, and then you're saying LA Thieves is better than Ultra. Yet Boston's beating like Ultra in these dominating ways.
If I
It's
had to
just not
say
making
like
sense.
right now who the upcoming major like top teams are, I have Optic and Phase like 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean those are easy. My thing is
Obviously.
that's not
But no,
you're just
I'm gonna
saying
keep
that to
going.
get established credit.
No, I'm just gonna keep going. And then I have London Thieves 3-4.
I just
And then I have
That
Breach.
doesn't
I
make
have Breach
sense.
right behind them.
you can't justify putting Thieves up there, bro. They've had the worst split out of a team we consider
Yeah,
a top
'cause
team.
I could argue Thieves, honestly, the way they're looking now is honestly a bottom 4 team. Like, honestly, that's my thing. That's
They beat Paris.
that's a take I'll say.
They
Right
will
now.
beat Paris. They will beat New York.
Okay, my thing is
They will beat
Here's
Ultra.
my thing. Here's my
They'll
thing
beat
though, is
Roker.
that
I don't think they'll.
here's my thing though, is that my whole thing is that look, and this is what I want to talk about because this is what I was trying to say before. Your top 4, and actually I'm glad you said your top 4 because now we can talk about it perfectly. Is uh you said you didn't really catch last week's matches. Well, that's the thing that I was gonna
I
say.
watched
Sunday was arguably
Boston's in New York
okay.
matches.
Well,
Both of those matches.
okay, well that's cool. But what I'm trying to say is that the Sunday was arguably one of the better days, and on Sunday we saw Minnesota play against LA Thieves, and LA Thieves got reverse swept on, um, literally. And my thing is, even on the hard point that they won, it was really close. It wasn't even a solid hard point win, you know, from LA Thieves. That's my thing is that LA Thieves is just lacking this consistency. Their S&D isn't solid. They don't have any like playmakers, honestly. And they're not, I'm not gonna say playmakers, just they have Envoy and stuff, which Envoy is the best person on that team. But the
Envoy
thing
was the
is,
only one with a positive KD that minute.
and yeah, my thing is too with Envoy. Think about it, like he's an S&D. He's a playmaker. He's the one who's getting back there and doing something, and he's also taking bomb. And the thing is, once Envoy dies, you look at the map and no one's doing anything. You know what I'm saying? This is LA Thieves' problem. They have no presence in S&D. They just don't do anything. They got their sticks in the mud. They got cement shoes. Especially like some of these, Octane and stuff. You see some of these players on the team, and you just think like they shouldn't be performing like this, but they are. And it's my thing is, you said it's been a bad week or this and that. It hasn't been a bad week. It's been a bad last like 2.5 months now, or 2 months, I would say, arguably. And my thing is, you're past the point. I'm sure LA Thieves is like getting to that point where they expected themselves to be a top team, and you're getting past the point. I mean, 2 months honestly is past the point of like it should have been fixed. This should have been something done differently because we're saying the same thing about Thieves all the time is that they're not playing together, they're not doing these clutch things, and that's the problem. That again, they're just lacking that consistency. You're saying that they're gonna maybe beat New York or Paris. That's cool. We're looking at a Paris who's not looking super strong and a New York that barely formed. So if they lose, we still wouldn't say much. I mean, that's not a hot take or anything. We won't be surprised. We won't be surprised if they win that. They're beating bottom 4 teams. Our argument is that LA Thieves right now is looking like a bottom 4 team himself.
LA lost
Uh,
to Ravens with a sub the week of practice. Are we not like? I don't know.
man, but Paul X nasty.
Of course he is, but
But
on a week
yeah,
practice
yeah.
playing with European players, it's like
True. You what, mate?
what?
But
He's more shot. He's what?
straight up. But with that said, I don't know. I just can't agree. I can't agree with that statement of LA Thieves being a top 4 team. I would argue that they're a bottom 4 team at the moment. Um, but that leads us into like I guess some that's mostly what I wanted to talk about last week matches. Just that LA Thieves sweep, honestly. And also my boys Wasim getting his dub against Seattle. Wasim, let's go Wasim.
Fine, bro.
You know what's crazy? Actually, I want to tell this story real quick. Um, if y'all see me in rank play or see anybody with the LAG skin in rank play, you better put some respect. I literally was playing. I queued up on a S&D Desert Siege in rank play. Homies was like, "I see you wearing the LAG skin. I feel bad for you. Haven't gotten a win in a while. We'll win this S&D." Bruh, I carried that fucking map, and these guys was rocking Paris Legion skins. Bro, you don't fucking talk to
No
and
way.
Toronto Ultra skins, bro. I was like, don't talk to me, bro. I was like, don't even talk to me, bro. I was like, I couldn't believe that shit, man. But yeah, LAG, love them, and that's actually gonna be our first match. Actually our second match next week, which I'm sure we'll talk about.
Yo, the Fugazi
But
take made my
which
internet
is
cut out. Um,
Good, bro.
so you agree it was a Fugazi take? You agree it was a Fugazi take?
no, I just like Thieves, and I get they're bad right now, and I
Dude,
don't bet
It's
on
not
them
about
because I can't
liking it.
trust
it's
Not
okay
them.
to
not
be a
that we don't like
fan.
No,
them.
I trust
'cause I
them
like
to
'em.
perform. I trust them to perform at this next major.
I don't, because they
They're-
haven't shown me anything that I can trust.
That's fine, and they have.
They're
See,
inconsistent.
I look at these reverse sweeps because they've got reverse swept this time. Then didn't they get reverse swept in the major by FaZe?
By FaZe.
I look at
No,
those and I'm
Ice. How do
like,
you not finish that up?
what?
No ice. How do you not finish those out? Come on, man.
And so I'm thinking like these guys have the potential. They have potential. They just need to unlock
To
their
choke,
potential.
they have potential
Anyways,
to choke.
you're a fucking
I think it's worse to get
gay
reverse
steak.
swept than it is to just get 3-0'd flat out.
I don't think so at all.
I think it is.
I
I
just
mean,
don't
I
think
think
so.
I don't know. Statistically, I'm sure it wouldn't look as good, but like feeling wise, I'm sure they felt like shit. Like you gotta feel terrible if you go up
For morale wise,
2-0.
bro,
You're
that
like,
team's
yeah.
chalked after getting reverse swept twice now.
And my thing is, yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. Like leading into next week's matches, I mean, they're gonna be playing LA Thieves. LA Thieves gonna be playing LAG, and you already know
Dub.
I'm a
That's a
fan of both
dub.
of them, but that's a dub for LAG,
No,
100%.
what?
It's just again, it's just that
What?
100%.
That's
Do we have
crazy.
another bet
100%.
coming? Do we got
That's
another bet?
no, 100%. I mean, I'm
You want to
fine
lose
with that.
some more money?
That's fine, but my whole thing is like, again, it's just the inconsistency of S&D. You know, is that there's just no real playmaking. And honestly, I hope something maybe does change. You know, within the LA Thieves department, because if not, I'm sure my thing is, and here's some hot takes, honestly, that I actually was interested in saying, for a couple things. LA Thieves versus LAG. I'm excited to see that match, and honestly, even LA Thieves versus Seattle. I'm really excited to see these matches, just because I honestly, I really
I
do
think
think
they went
LAG is
out.
gonna be okay. Yeah, true, true. But I really do think LAG is gonna win this match, but versus LAT. And I mean, who knows what happens with Seattle? But you know, maybe Seattle does beat
You know what's
LAT.
crazy?
And my
I think Seattle beats LA Thieves.
yeah, honestly, possibly.
No,
But
I
here's what I'm
you
saying.
know how
Twins
much
out.
Here's
I've
what I'm
been
saying.
like
Can I finish my take?
can I but
Can I
like
finish my take?
you know how much
Yo,
I've
can I
been
preface something real
like a
quick before you
hater
go
of
on?
Seattle.
Wait, Brody. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna let you finish. These two above me. I don't know how you're looking at it, but you two are above me.
Actually,
These two fools with the fucking snapbacks on got in a little fight last night during our GB,
we
so
didn't
they're a
get
little
into
heated at each other right now.
Bro, no, it's
Proceed.
not even about that. I
Proceed.
just said,
Proceed.
bro, Austin, you're
Proceed.
weird. That's not
Proceed.
even. We're not even heated at each other. I disagree
I,
with him, and
Proceed,
then you
Brody.
got.
Go ahead, Brody.
you just like
Brody, go
you
ahead.
like you just
Yeah,
like
you're just like you just gaslit something out of nowhere. What was that? Was the weirdest thing ever. This guy's weird. I was literally just saying because so if I was finishing my take, because like I was down to hear what Brody was saying, I was literally agreeing with him, and then I started talking, and then you guys both started screaming over me. So I just said, "Can I finish my take?" Which is a normal thing, because if you started speaking, I'm not cutting you off.
Go
You
ahead.
know.
Go ahead. Just keep on
So
your take.
okay. So what I'm saying on my take, if you know stop being weird, is actually I agree with Brody there that if Seattle wins, Seattle maybe wins, but my take is, dude, if they do win, let's say Seattle beats LA Thieves and LAG does beat LA Thieves, I'm thinking dead ass rolls or someone gets dropped or
on
someone's on LA
LA.
Thieves. Yeah, and I'm thinking you might have to get rid of Octane or
I'm
maybe
saying
Draws.
Draza.
No, I mean, look, and Draza, I can see Draza, and I can't 100% be like whoa, but I'm kind of more leaning towards Octane, and the
Yeah,
reason why is because of that S&D. You know what I'm saying, Brody? Like I'm sure like, and I mean I'm sure you've watched some like of the matches, and you see how these guys move. They and especially Octane, this dude's a brick on the map. Like he doesn't move. He doesn't really have S&D presence as much. And in respawn, he hasn't even performing, the way that he usually does perform. So that's just the thing is like who if they lose this, who's getting picked up? Like what are you doing as LA Thieves? Because clearly it's not working. Clearly nothing's getting fixed, and you know someone's gonna drop. What do you think about that, Brody?
so I don't. So you're saying they get dropped before Major 2 or after Major?
I'm honestly thinking they might they might finish out the major just with the team, but
When's
there's a
the
split.
major? Is the major's next weekend, right?
Oh my
It's
god.
after this. Yeah, it'd be after this
There
week.
should be a
So it'd
week
be the
break in between
it's
though.
it's no.
I don't think there is.
It's gonna be from the 31st to the 4th
Yeah.
or
So
3rd, I
it's
believe.
literally next week. There's no
Yeah,
break.
yeah. So,
They're
but
not a
here
break class
I'm
Major?
thinking no. I think they were right into it. But my thing is like Matt, I think maybe they do finish the major with this team, Brody. But if they don't perform well at the major, like I'm talking top 4, maybe top 3, or if they don't perform that well or they just get smoked, there's definitely a role change or not a role change, a team
Roster
change.
change. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
roster
think
change.
like I said, I think last episode that like after Major 2, we have that month break. There's
Mhm,
going to be a significant amount of roster changes. A lot of these
mhm.
teams are gonna make roster changes. I honestly
Yeah.
like.
You think? I feel like teams don't pull the trigger enough.
Oh, Seattle doesn't win any. It doesn't do good this major. They're making a roster change. I think Florida needs a roster change. I think it's apparent. I think Roker needs a roster change. I think it's apparent. Um,
Yeah.
LAG needs a
I
roster
think Roker's
change.
starting to figure it out
Ultra
though.
might need a roster change if they don't win a hard point again this major. Um, I don't know. But Roker,
One.
but
Uh-huh. No, say what do you think about Roker? Because I think
I
you might say something I was about to say.
I think Roker's starting to figure it out. I think they're starting to come to form for this major, and I think you see Roker possibly get a T5 finish if the right things fall in place. I think because I mean they reverse swept LAT, which in my opinion is a good team. You guys don't think so, but I mean they're making this changes right. Didn't attach switch roles.
Yeah, and I can't
They're
say that's
making
like
the
a completely.
they're making the changes, and I just see that they're committed to get better.
who have
Where
they
where
Yeah,
I
played
and I
though?
can't say and that's my thing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Who have they played? I think it's
LAT.
important.
This so far, well, so yes, let's see. In the first week, they played Ultra and Paris. They lost to Ultra. They beat Paris 3-2. And the week 2, they lost to a 3-0 to Boston, and they beat LA Thieves 3-2. And then this week, they're playing New York. And then this is where again I'm a hot taking give another hot take. Austin, I can't 100% disagree and say they might not get a top 5 finish because maybe they get lucky. We have seen sparks of the team. Just because in S&D they do have a good like they're there in S&D, so you can bet on them with an S&Ds. But my thing is I do agree with you in saying I do think the team is committed to wanting to get better, but I don't think that necessarily means they are getting better. I think the role switch. I'm glad they're sticking with it and trying to see it till the end of Major 2. But obviously, we haven't really been seeing like the best performance. Obviously, I mean, let's like Brody was saying, who have they played? They beat a Paris who's looking weak and LA Thieves who, I mean, in I'm sure a large part of the community's opinion is looking very bad right now as well. And then they lost to Ultra 3-1, and they got 3-0'd by Boston. You know what I'm saying? So they're losing pretty big ways
Yeah,
to some of the
like
upper top echelon teams.
every team that's a contender like that I think could possibly take away the Major 2 is beating them. Every team I like know for sure has no chance of going anywhere near the grand finals. They're beating. So it's like, okay, I said
And
this. I've been
uh,
saying this since the beginning. Minnesota's like this mid-range team that like, no, they're gonna beat everybody under them, but I just don't think they're a good enough team to beat anybody above them.
mhm.
So
and I like that, and I like that way you
I
said that,
definitely don't think
Brody.
they're winning, but I think
I
they're
like
And
good.
see that, and that's my thing though. That's my thing. Exactly what you just said there, and exactly what Brody's saying too. Like both of you guys just made a perfect point. Is that they're not winning, and then they're beating bottom teams, but they can't get to the top team. Do we really think this Minnesota team just wants to just call it there and just say, okay, we're good, like that's it,
yeah, that's what I'm,
settle?
like you
No,
don't settle for
exactly,
that. You want to win. Like you want to
exactly,
make a team that can
exactly.
win.
And this is
And
their
so,
major too, so that lights a fire
yeah,
under their ass.
so that's why I say, and here's my hot take. Like I said, if they don't, or I kind of already gave my hot take, but or kind of led to it is that if they don't perform well, especially if let's say they lose to New York this week 3 qualifier and they just don't perform well at the major, roster change. Like I think we're gonna see someone dropped and then just someone try to adjust,
Like we
to try
should
to like
actually next week take bets on roster change. Like who's getting
that
dropped
honestly,
and what team.
because
Speaking about
like man,
roster
it's crazy.
changes, Clayster, stop being a
Mm,
fucking bitch. This man's like,
whoa.
this man's like, oh, like I didn't mention it last week, and I should have, but we were kind of busy talking about the games, and I didn't want to butt in anywhere. Fucking Clayster, dude. His tweet's like, oh, I mean, thanks for announcing something that hasn't been announced yet, yada yada yada. bro, you're a fucking. If you want to be looked at as a professional athlete, quote unquote, you're gonna get like reporters and intel people, Charlie Intel and Dextero, or these people are
I
gonna try
don't.
to report on the news, and you're getting fucking butthurt that you couldn't announce that you got dropped. Someone else, like it was already leaked. Like, bro, get
Well,
over it.
I don't
And
think he
then
yeah, I
hold
don't
on,
was.
think it was that serious. I don't think it was that serious.
Well, I
I'm pretty
don't.
sure
I
because
think it was
then
like
today he posted a tweet, and it was like him being like top 24 in ranked. He's like, does this look like someone who's done playing the game and who's never going to touch the game or something like that? I'm like,
no.
he's
I think
obviously salty about it. He's a
no.
thousand percent salty about it.
I think that tweet was more about like people saying like because he got dropped because he didn't care, didn't play the game or wasn't good at the game. I think that's what that was about. And I don't think it was that serious with thing. Like I agree with you. Like I think probably shouldn't tweet that because he kind of like had already hinted towards it, and like there's already like I mean everyone kind of already knew, so I don't think you should tweet about that. But I don't think it's that serious. I think you're being kind of harsh on him, but yeah, I mean I don't think you should have tweeted that though either way. I mean yeah, everyone already knew, homeboy. Like come on, man. The league probably shouldn't have said it, but I mean everyone knew, dude. It's
Well,
like it wasn't a surprise.
I think that was the thing, and I think he clarified that it wasn't
Mhm.
necessarily that like reporters were reporting on it, because CDL Intel had said a week before that Paul X was
Yeah,
joining New
like
York,
everyone knew it.
and he didn't
Mhm.
trip about that. I think it was more that the league like officially announced it without waiting for New York to announce it. But I will say it was Saturday of that weekend, and your team played in less than 24 hours. Like, when are you gonna announce it? Like,
Yeah,
I get giving
And
you
yeah.
time, but it's like, come on, New York, like you gotta
and
get on the
like
ball.
I'm assuming they like submit their rosters or something. I'm not sure how it works. So guess what? CDL, they're gonna try to get some buzz too. They're gonna tweet it out. Why don't if you know you're
Might
making
be.
that change, just tweet it out before you
Yeah,
give your roster to CDL.
I think New York had ample time to tweet it out. I
Yeah.
think that's on them for sure.
Mm,
And either way, why is
yeah.
Clayster getting
I
mad
don't
about
think.
it?
Yeah, like I said, Glacier definitely shouldn't have said anything about it. I don't think it's that serious, but I just think New York just honestly, I
I
just
don't
don't
even
think
think
they
they've.
cared about it. It's weird though, cause I don't think they cared about
How
that
is he not
situation. But I'll
retired
be
yet?
real with you, who knows? Honestly, there's stuff coming up right now with like, cause I know he says he still wants to play and still hopefully get on a pro team, and then I mean, you don't really know if, cause my thing is, who knows? Glacier may even not been bad. He just like my
That
thing
team
is
maybe.
that team just didn't work. Yeah, it's just, and that's what happens sometimes. Is like some players just don't mesh well with other players to like really perform. And who knows? Maybe we see him go to another team and
But
perform well. That's what we're saying. There's a lot of roster changes coming up, and it's like, what team would benefit from a
like, that's what I'm
Clayster?
saying. What team would benefit from a Clayster? What team needs a
And that
flex?
he's not a flex, I would say. He's a main AR.
You think he
Clayster
goes
can't
main
flex.
AR?
Yeah, Clayster can't flex. He's only a main AR. His whole career has been a main AR, and he's
Okay, well
not good.
that check off Mutineers because they have 3 ARs.
I'm thinking LAG maybe for Slasher, but who knows? They both not really.
But
Slasher.
does someone get dropped for Clayster though?
Yeah, that's how it would work.
No, I'm saying like,
5v4.
would you drop
Yeah,
one of your
like, the fuck?
would you drop one of your established ARs for Clayster?
I mean, that's how it
I'm
works.
so
Like, what do
confused
you
about
you-
that.
Well,
you have to
listen to what
pick
I'm
him up
saying.
and put him on the bench.
You
like-
gotta listen to what I'm saying. Does a team that has a good AR already, that's not dropping the ball, and he's doing his job, does he get dropped for a Clayster?
No.
Well, that's what we're arguing is like, is there a team, or we're trying to debate right now, or figure out is there a team that would benefit from a Clayster, and if so, who? That's literally what we're talking about is like
Like,
who would benefit from him and who would be worthy of dropping. So it's like it's not if like if you
is there
do,
a
it's
team
like
that
is it
needs
worth
his
it?
leadership?
I mean, I
That's
think he's
exact.
a good
Well,
vet.
like I said, LAG maybe, but even
Like,
then,
my
I'm
thing
not
with
too
LAG
sure.
is like,
I think
you,
they might start getting pick it up a little bit, but
all right. Say you're LAG and your goal is to win, right? You take a chance on a guy who has been performing badly and has had
definitely
time,
not. I think.
right? But even if it
Yeah,
was a bad
I
team,
agree
like
with you already.
what you see from him is bad already, or do you go to challengers and pick up like a nasty AR like a general or something and bring him over? You know what I mean?
See,
Like,
I don't think. That's ooh, Brody. I'm not gonna lie. You just gave a hot kind of take right there, bro. Shouts to Jordan General. But I don't know, man. I don't think if I'm being real with you, I don't think LAG is really gonna. I think LAG 100% is gonna see this. Uh, Major 2 through, because I'll be real with you, from what I've been hearing and what I've been hearing from my boy Wasim, just because I am a big fan of Wasim and I keep up with the streams and stuff and hear what's going on. I hear that they really have been feeling like they've been improving a lot lately and getting better, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's been showing a little bit, and that's why again I'm really excited to just see like this match that's gonna happen between LATs. I'm not gonna lie, they got Optic Texas, so I'm not really gonna weigh them too heavy on that because Optic Texas, that's another hot take we can actually get into right now. Optic Texas is still looking as like the hottest team in the game, in my
They're
personal
the best team in
opinion.
the game.
And 100%. There's some people, Patrick Price himself, Patty P, love him, big fan. But homie still thinks FaZe is the best.
Patrick,
But
He
I'll be
just
real with
doesn't
you.
like Optic though. He's
no,
never liked Optic.
Aches likes to get a
No,
rise out of people, and like that's why like he's good for the
eh,
flank. He's
you know what they
entertaining.
call him? Yeah, you know what they call him, baby? The farmer, man. He's the farmer, bro. He be farming those
That's his job on
interactions.
the show, is to just like like make everybody mad.
But I'll be real with you. I mean, Aches is real, and he does get some real takes. I actually do be agreeing with Aches a lot. But regardless, I will say the Optic is, I think, in my opinion, still looking at the best team, and that's one thing we can talk about is, do we think, guys? Do you guys think? I mean, we'll probably go talk about it after this match going into Major 1, but I mean, we're possibly thinking Major 2, Major 2 winners. In my maybe back to back winners. You know what I'm saying? And especially I'm excited to talk next week right before the major to get a final confirmation because it's going to be a spicy week this or spicy Sunday this week. In my opinion, we're going to see some good matches again. Just because Atlanta FaZe versus Optic online, that's going to be another match that we're really going to see I guess the top two teams perform,
And
and
I'll be
we're going to
at
get to
Atlanta
debate
actually.
about dang, but congratulations. But we're gonna see again, like these guys, maybe who the battle of the Titans. See again another way to end the debate of who's really the best leading into Major 2.
Can I say
So
one thing
Speaking
yeah,
about that
about
match?
who's really the best, unless Brody had something to say.
Oh, I want to point out that I have a weird feeling that FaZe is going to be Optic, but I still think Optic is significantly a better team. And I think if you're an Optic fan, it's beneficial for you to lose one now and go
you
back
said
and
these is gonna be Optic.
or FaZe.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
I think FaZe is going to be Optic. And I think if you're an Optic fan, like that
On the
loss will
online
be,
match.
yeah, I think that
Okay, okay.
loss, if they did lose there, is so beneficial to them. Not only can they like go back and like, okay, this is what we did wrong here, this is what we need to fix here, blah blah blah. But like, bro, when's the last time Optic lost? Right? Like
They've been going
you're
on a
you're due
streak.
for a loss somewhere time. You already guaranteed your winners bracket, right? But both Boston and Optic are already guaranteed, I think, winners bracket. Just the way the teams are falling right now.
Mm.
So I mean, you're not losing to LAG. No offense, Roger, but they're not losing to LAG.
Yeah,
So
100%. I don't think.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they're losing
yeah.
LAG, but Wasim, I love you.
All right,
Real
speaking
quick though,
about
Brody.
who's the
So.
best. No,
Mhm,
let's
mhm.
get to this because I got something planned for you guys. Didn't tell you this before because I wanted live debate on the air, and this is going to be probably a longer episode. Um, I got 5 things for us 3 to debate about. Mostly you two because you guys have more COD knowledge. But are you guys ready to debate?
What if we
So
agree?
why don't you guys? Yeah, I'm like,
Nope.
what if we agree?
So
No,
here's how
well,
I thought about that. I'm gonna go back and forth. Brody gets the first answer. Roger get the second. Then Roger will get the first answer. Can't take each other's answer.
Okay, what if I like actually
I mean,
agree with
yeah. If
him?
I agree, I'm not gonna say
That
anything.
that sucks.
I'm just not just
Learn
gonna
how to
argue to
debate.
argue.
All right,
Right.
Brody.
Yeah.
I want you to answer and tell me why, and I want Roger to answer and tell me why. Brody, who do you think is the goat of
All
Call of
time.
Duty esports?
Um. I mean, there's a couple ways you can measure who the GOAT is, right? Like, do you go championship win? Do you go rings? Or do you go the most
Mm,
influential person? Call of Duty.
mm,
And I think all
big
three of
timer.
them are different answers. Yeah, dude. Honestly, like, if I'm making a GOAT list, Timer is in my top five, 100%. Um, but if I had to give like one answer, I'm going with Karma.
Most rings.
Well, I think he's tied for the most rings. But yeah, Karma. I mean, hey, that's a good take. That's a good take.
Well,
And
why'd
I
you
could
choose him?
honestly
Because he has the
argue.
most rings.
Why'd I choose him? He has some of the most win or rings, and he's been elite in almost every game he's played. He's been a difference on every team he's played for, except for the Seattle team, but we don't talk about that here. But like he's actually been like a difference, and he was part of the Optic dynasty. Like
So I
Rodney.
will say, my take. I would say my hot take. My take for that is that's a first to response to Brody. It's not a bad take. It's pretty good.
Andre better
And
be
I
like,
definitely gotta say,
Wasim the goat,
Wasim is the go Donnie Temp actually, but or Jimbo, my bad.
Jimbo.
But to be realistic and to be honest, I've truly always believed this, and I feel like after this win, and I feel like this man's got many more wins to go.
Gum.
Yeah, Scump, in my opinion, I think Scump is the goat. I think honestly, addition to what Brody said, or like to kind of add on to what Brody said, Scump and Karma were both part of the Optic Dynasty. I think all four of those players on the Optic Dynasty you can put as like probably all in your top 5 players of all time.
Minus Nate Shot, right?
Isn't part of
What's
the
it called?
dynasty, but
It wasn't really, it wasn't really like officially super part of the dynasty. And that's a crazy like actually at the end. I have another thing we can maybe do at the end, but all I'll say is I think Scump is just the GOAT in my wise because you think about he has 30 championships across 10 titles. I was thinking about the other day, like he was literally one series away from winning a Call of Duty championship in every title for the last 11 years. Think about that. He had won. He has literally won if they didn't choke that season 2 finals, I think, or that playoff match versus FaZe for the chip, he would have literally been the only player, and I mean he even now he's still only the only player and the first player, but to win a championship every year for 11 years, over a decade, and then he'd have like what 30, 31 championships, 32 championships because he counts the Warzone one. So think about it. This man's coming up, and Krim, like, rings is one thing. Sure, he only has one ring. I truly believe. I think he could have gotten more. Just honestly, he choked a couple times, but also championship wise, I truly believe he's going to catch up to Krim as the most winningest player in COD. Krim, I think, is at 37 right now or 36, if I'm not wrong. I have to fact check that, but Stump's at 30, 32 or 31, I think. Because he counts again the worst one. So I just think he's the best. Brody also said it too. Most influential. Scump's literally been there since the beginning. Grown COD. He literally is Call of Duty. Consistency. Scump's literally been one of the top players in the hardest role in Call of Duty. He's an SMG entry. And actually, not he hasn't always been an entry, but he's an entry right now, and he's still playing to this day some of the best Call of Duty we've seen him at 26 years old. Like he's still 16. Scump's consistency has always been up there, and accolades. I mean, you think about it. Scump's the only player with to have 2 X Game gold medals. The only player to have 2 X Games gold medals. Has a ring. He won MLG Worlds. He's got over 30 championships. World Series of Warzone. Man's a goat, and that's just my reason. That's why I think he's a goat.
All right, next question. And I'll preface this question.
Brody,
after I ask it.
did you disagree with that, or what do you think?
no, like I said, like
Okay.
there's different metrics to measure who you're going with, and like that really depends on who you
Mine's
pick.
probably Karma too.
But like I think there's like a handful of people that like if you pick outside of those people, you're gonna have an issue with that.
100%.
But like
I think
Karma,
the only
Scump,
other
Krim. Dude, I would even be okay if somebody was like Nate Shot's the GOAT because like he's actually the COD father, bro. He is the COD father.
He's a goat. He's the goat of COD, but not the goat of COD esports competing.
That's fine.
That's
I
a
mean,
different
I
thing.
agree.
but like I feel
Next question. Next question, because this is gonna be a long pod if we don't keep going through these. Who is the WOT? Worst of all time, had it placed, we'll say top 10 at a major event. I'll start off with this one. What do you guys think? Probably Pac-Man. For me.
You gotta do it. I mean, I would have to say rapid fire 2 2.
I had placed top 10 fool.
Boy, I'm just joking. I don't know. I mean,
that's a tough one.
it's hard. It's
I mean,
hard
to place
say
top
there's
10,
any,
you
like,
have to be
worst
somewhat,
play-
yeah, you have to be
Yeah, I'm
somewhat
not
good
gonna
to.
say. I can't say they're worst players of all time because I'll say all of them got their own skill, but I will say some of like the worst plays and things I've seen from people for
Embos?
sure have been from Pac-Man. Not Embo. Money B had his moments. Uh, I'm trying to. I mean,
Neslo. I mean, he did clutch in X
bro,
Games.
Censor?
I'm still dead about this man.
Oh,
Starting.
Censor. Good
Hell no.
answer.
Yo, Censor's a goat, actually.
Good answer.
That's a hard.
Censor.
But I'm not too sure. We would have to. I'd have to say.
I really like. I want to
That's
preface this
gotta
by
be
saying that
Mervin.
I don't think any of these guys
JCap.
are bad
Obviously,
players.
they're not
Yeah, they're not bad.
bad.
If you're placing top 10, you're good. But like out of like,
Who's like the worst of the best, basically.
yeah, I really
Exactly.
think Censor struggles sometimes, and it's like,
I feel that.
I'm surprised he's
I'm-
still trying. All right, next question.
Censor's gonna do it. Censor's gonna do it.
Who's your
But yeah, go ahead.
underdog for champs? Obviously, minus Thieves. Who are you guys? Who you guys got?
Paris Legion. No, I'm
Oh,
joking.
my Jesus
Realistically, if I can be realistic, LAG. That's actually my underdogs.
Bad pick.
Uh,
Alright, next.
I guess Boston. If we
Yeah,
consider
yeah,
them.
Hang on, Boston. If I can be real with you, Brody, I was gonna say Boston, but if I can be real with you, and this might be a hot take, I don't really know if they're even if they're an
Underdog anymore. Anyway?
'cause-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I
'cause
said
that's
like
one
I
thing I'd have
prefaced.
to argue.
Yeah. Underdog. Yeah, maybe LA. I don't really know. Like I said, there's like this
LAG or
weird.
LAG.
I mean,
LAG.
New York's not a bad pick.
I think Thieves are awful. New York is a horrible pick. Don't pick New York. Yo, I've been a big critic of Seattle, but if Seattle like actually gets their shit together and like starts slaying out, they could be nasty.
Brody, it's been 3 months.
It's been 3 months, and dude, I've been the toughest on them, bro.
3 months.
I've been the toughest
They
on them,
gotta
but
change.
All right, next. The best announcers. This is
Of all time.
announcer duo,
of all time.
a duo
Maybe
or
Doesn't have to be duo. I mean, this is pretty obvious.
Just single individual
Right?
or
You could do individual.
oh,
or
this is the easiest
team.
question of the night. Courage and
Yeah.
Maven, no questions asked.
Courage is a good one.
I think Merc and Maven might have been better, bro.
Nah, Courage and Maven, bro.
Are we
Turning on
forgetting
BO3.
Puckett?
Puckett is the GOAT,
Puckett's
yes.
the GOAT.
Are we
Puckett's the GOAT.
forgetting
That's what,
Puckett?
see, that's what I was gonna say. Like caster duo to like the thing in CDL. just
Courage is a good answer.
Overall,
I didn't think of Courage.
I think Maven and Merc are pretty good, but I think Maven, just because I think Maven fought a lot for the scene as well. Like I don't think
I
people
love
understand.
Maven so
Yeah,
much.
Maven
I like
did a
Lando
lot
even.
for the. I actually really turned around to Lando and Study now. I'm a big fan of them now. I remember I was actually thinking about that the other day. I remember back
They're
when they
better than
first
that
came
Miles
onto
guy.
the.
Fuck Miles.
I like Chance.
No,
I don't mind
I like
Chance.
Miles and Chance. I like Miles and Chance, to be honest. I'm a fan
Chance
of
is good. I like Chance
But
too.
yeah, but what I was saying is like I was thinking about back to the time in MW when like we had we got rid of some of the casters and we had to get the new casters, and that's when Lando and Study came in. And when they were getting roasted, and we were roasting Study, and we were like, who the hell's Lando? And honestly, like thinking to now, like bro, I love watching them like cast, bro. I'm like, hell yeah, it's a Lando and a Study cast, bro. Like,
You know what's?
you know what's crazy? Oh, go ahead, Brody.
I was gonna say, you know what's crazy about Orlando? That I don't know if you guys remember this. You probably don't. But back in AW, there was a Twitter account called Rostermania that would like leak the roster
Get
stuff.
out of here,
It was Lando.
Cap.
I promise you.
Dead ass.
I promise you, because he
That's
because like that was
crazy.
his whole brand. It was like Rostermania, and I remember it's when I got my Xbox because we were gonna play BO3 on Xbox, and he was streaming and he was doing eights, and this is when like nobody was in his stream. So I went over there and played eights with him. Yeah, but he was like Rostermania, and that like I totally forgot the guy existed.
crazy.
I thought he was out of the scene completely, and then I turned it on and I was like,
That
oh
is
shit,
casting.
that's Lando.
Let's go, yo!
Alright.
Shouts to Lando. But I will say last thing, Lando is a goat. Nate Shaw actually, I
Benson?
don't know if you guys saw the
Benson's a goat.
Benson's cool. I don't know what happened to him, but I will say, if
Yo,
you guys seen
Momo?
that clip from,
Yo,
shut up.
Momo
You
fan?
gotta shut up. You gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Yo, Austin,
Nah.
you a Momo fan?
What?
You gotta stop, Brody. For real, you can't do that. No Momo slant or no Momo here.
All right,
We don't
last
affiliate with him.
one. Last question. We can get into our picks, and we'll just run over. We're not gonna go over every game. Let's just go over picks. Anyways, best competitive COD map. I'll start off with like two good ones. Give me Freight, S&D, and Dom on Freight. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gets me hard. And then
Whoa, relax.
standoff, BO2 standoff, obviously. Hardpoint, CTF, and S&D. Okay. Wait, was S&D competitive, right?
Yeah.
Instead of?
Mhm.
I'm taking comeback uplink as undefeated uplink.
Oh,
That is the
that's a
worst.
good.
That is
That
the
was a good.
worst one.
What? Comeback and uplink, bro. Name a better duo.
I was
Comeback
very,
Uplink was the
very up.
worst.
It was very entertaining to watch for sure. I would say, it to be honest, I think like for real, a really good solid map was always Raid. I think that's a really good
Yeah.
map. Um, I would honestly say, I mean, I can't think of many like good maps that in recent CODs.
There's
Honestly,
not.
it's hard to think. I think the best last couple CODs, and they weren't like terrible one. There were some here or there where I'd be like, I like this, it's decent.
Gunrunner.
What was that?
That's it. Yeah, Brody, you read my mind.
What
But
was
I
it?
would say yeah, something. Gunrunner from MW is probably like the most. I'd
What
probably
was
say
It was
my
still a
that?
shit
my
map, but
my-
like I could deal with it.
it wasn't terrible. I
What
I
was
wouldn't
the
say it was a
S&D
shit
map in
It was just
NW?
my
The
Arcos
remastered one that
Peak
we
or
play
what?
on all the time?
Oh no,
MW?
Yeah, MW remastered. Remember? We play
Crash?
it all the time. Crash. No, not Crash.
that was a good S&D map for that. There wasn't a remastered S&D
The one.
competitive map. Like maybe
Well,
for
I know it
GBs or
wasn't played.
UMGs.
Yeah, it
It
was played in GBs, but I'm pretty
Are
sure
you
they
talking
played
about
it.
the one in like the building?
Vacant?
Maybe it is vacant.
What does
Really?
the
Let's go
map
get
look
It's
it.
like?
out. It's outside. It's dusty. Like one of the bombs
Oh,
is in
Sandlot.
like.
In a construction building, and then one's by a gas
Yeah.
station.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sandlot,
That's
I think.
it. That's it.
Sandlot
Sandlot
or
was
Backlot? It's
backlot. It's
Backlot, it's
backlot. It's
backlot.
backlot.
Yeah,
Backlot was goaded. Did they play that
it was a
competitively
good. See, there.
when that game was?
Modern Warfare Remaster wasn't the
Uh,
comp game, brother.
Well, I know that, buddy. But when it was before it was remastered, it was a game.
I don't think they
it
had
wa-
competitive, bro.
they had competitive. They
I
had
think,
some
but yeah, this
competitive,
dude
but
Hex was walking around with a
they
sniper
played
playing
at.
it, bro. Yeah, like
He
it
was
wasn't.
nasty. He was nasty.
It
You gotta
wasn't.
respect, but no, not bad. But yeah, there's some decent maps. But alrighty, next.
That's it. That's the 5. We get now. Let's get our
Okay.
picks. And like I said, let's just go over picks and what we got and who we got winning. Do you guys
I
have
got you.
on hand?
Mm-hmm.
If
All
not,
right,
I can start.
you wanna go, Roger? Or...
Yeah, I'll go real quick. So first, I just want to preface with saying, they're not a picker of mine or anything, but I just want to wish the best luck to my boy Donnie Temp. May luck be on your side. But all right, first match I got going, LAG beating LA Thieves. I'm probably gonna say it's gonna be a 3-2 fashion. LA Thieves are 100% losing the S&Ds. So the LAG in 5. Next I got Boston beating Florida. I think Florida has started finding a little bit more consistency here and there, starting to get a little bit more slay heavy, but I think they're still just lacking some things, and Boston's just looking too good right now. So I got Boston winning that. Then this is pretty crazy. This is pretty crazy, but I'm being honest and I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I got Boston, what's it called, beating London on Sunday. I have Boston Breach beating London Royal Ravens, and
Fist
cementing
bump. Fist
themselves,
bump.
that right there, and cementing themselves to that top 3 spot before Major 2. Um, that's my take. And then finally, I have Optic beating FaZe. Brody, I know earlier you said you have FaZe beating Optic in the online match, which I didn't even get to ask you after. Which if I don't know if that's gonna be one of your picks, but I know you said you have FaZe beating Optic. I still think Optic's gonna beat FaZe there, but if FaZe does beat Optic online, Brody, do you think Optic's still beating them online?
Oh, 100%. Like I said, I think this is just like kind of like due diligence loss. I don't know.
I feel you. But yeah, that would be that's gonna be my picks. The only, like I said, we already talked about like those 2 hot take picks earlier. I was saying where Seattle may be LA Thieves, and we're looking at maybe a roster change there, and then what's called, honestly, New York maybe beating Rocker. Those are 2 matches. I'm not betting on them, but just watch out because I'm very interested to see how those go down because it might be spicy.
All right. I am going to take. I'm gonna take Seattle over LA. I think I've been a big hater
I
of
respect
Seattle,
that.
but like if they can get their shit together, and this LA
Against
team
the
is
weak LA
is
Thieves, yeah.
booty right now, they could do it. Obviously I'm taking Breach over Florida. Like I said, I'm taking Breach every week, so don't Don't be surprised by those picks. I'm also taking Breach over London. I'm with you on that
Yep.
one.
On a B.
I'm going, since
Okay.
you said it, I might as well just do it. I'm gonna take FaZe over Optic. I'm probably gonna get some shit for this, but I'm gonna take FaZe over Optic.
This man's got the optic skin. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I take FaZe over Optic there.
That's crazy.
Right. My picks. Let me move my mic over here. Gonna start off with a spicy LA Thieves -1.5. I think they beat LAG by 2 maps. I don't think that goes to a game 5. I
So
Let's
think
like a
see.
3-1, a 3-1 or a 3-0 with the series?
3-1 or 3-0. Yep.
That's gaze.
Hell no.
LAG's garbage, and I will. They're just garbage. I think
You
LAG's
said LA Thieves?
is a
Oh,
You
LA.
said the wrong LA
LA
team, brother.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
LAG?
You literally called your team garbage. didn't you? Go ahead.
Gorillas
uh-uh.
is bottom 14 for me. Just whenever I watch them, they're garbage, and maybe they do better when I don't watch them. But that's just where I'm at. Every time I watch them, garbage. Subliners, I have them beating Roker on hardpoint. Now I think about it, I think I meant to put S&D, but I put hardpoint on accident. So whatever, that's my bad, I guess. And then I have Optic. I mean, they've done it for me 3 weeks in a row, where they've won S&D. They're a money printing machine on S&D, so I got them beating FaZe on S&D. And then for my money line parlay, you guys ready for this? New York versus Roker. Give me New York.
I respect.
Breach versus Ravens. Give me Breach. We're all in the same boat there. And then FaZe versus Texas. Give me FaZe.
I like it. I actually like this. This is the first parlay where I like it.
And
It's pretty
listen,
spicy. And they're all
listen.
Sunday matches, no? Oh,
What,
no,
what's
it's
the
more
odds, real
Saturdays
quick?
and
Because that
Sundays.
actually seems like a fat.
put $100 in, you'll get $590 back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That seems like a fat one, and I feel like it's totally possible. Oh, there was
It's-
not a match in there where I was like, nah, that's for gays.
Yeah,
Maybe the
honestly,
New
I'll
York
say
one, but like, I really think
no,
New
and
York could do it.
They're
You
all
think, and
underdogs
honestly,
according to the odds.
and actually, real quick to add on top of Austin, could actually kind of benefit him a little bit. I like I said, I kind of agree with that. That New York versus Minnesota, I see it possible because, like I said, we're seeing a weak Minnesota, but we've seen some tweets that they're making an announcement tomorrow. New York is. Do you think possibly they finally picked up someone new and gotten someone
Maybe,
else on their team?
maybe. Who do they
I
take
mean,
though?
my
not
thing
Not
is,
this
getting
late,
Havoc.
I don't
who
think.
knows? Who knows? I mean, they could have picked someone up, honestly. And at this point, honestly, who knows? We're seeing a New York that's
Oh, that like
improving, and
announcement they're making is what you're talking about?
yeah, who knows? Maybe
I
it's an
don't think.
announcement to pick someone
I
up.
bet it's gonna be like either a new logo or like merch. I don't think it's like gonna be a roster change.
Well,
Definitely
we'll
not
see.
a
But
new
either way,
logo, but
yeah, I was gonna say that was a Fugazi thing. But
What do
no,
you mean?
yeah, it's dope.
Professional teams change their
I'll give
logos.
you $10. It's a new logo.
All right, deal
Another bet.
on the
But
pod.
yeah, that's not
Well,
too
I'm
bad.
not putting in anything.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad though. Pretty crazy matches though this week. I'm looking forward to Sunday for
Wait, before we
sure.
end it, Roger, you owe me and Brody money.
Yes, I do. I'm a Cash App here on stream, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, just to catch you guys up, unfortunately, and you hate to see it, it was on Saturday, March 19th. We had New York Subliners versus Paris Legion, and I had my boy. I do actually want to give a quick shout out to my boy Donnie Temp. I really had him and his team coming through, and although they didn't come through and didn't win, man, Donnie Temp was is frying this game, guys. Bro, Donnie needs some help. I'm sorry, like Donnie really needs some help. John's starting to get a little bit better. I just need more consistency. And Jimbo, man, dude, come on as well. Gravity needs to just consistently stay consistent as well, man. I mean, it's just we just need more consistency out of that Paris team because honestly, I think this team could win, especially with the way Donnie is playing. He's a true superstar. I think he's a superstar of this game. Like when you just watch him play, bro, he's nasty. But yes, I lost, so I have to cash out the money. So I'm cash apping it right now.
All right.
But there we go, guys.
Yep.
Much
Anything?
appreciated.
Anything else to say? Or end it?
Just gonna be a Very interesting pod.
Bet with
Podcast
me
next week. I
and win
think
a bunch
after
of
this one.
money. I've yet to go under 500. So is Brody, but Brody, his money lines aren't the greatest. His breach one's good. That's plus the money. But yeah, if you want to win money, take my bets responsibly.
Just take my bets as parlays.
True. Damn, you could have been winning hella cash if you would have been parlaying them. All
I
right.
can't find Austin's Cash App. Oh, I got it.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Be